I'm making myself a fucking coffee. That's what I'm doing. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's well. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Roy Kent impression. Yeah. It's my Roy Kent impression, you wankers. All right, peeps. Oi, oi, Savloy. How you doing? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, like? You're not allowed to talk about yourself. Only I'm allowed to talk about you. You're not allowed to talk about yourself. Only I'm allowed to talk about you. Yeah. So there. Hee 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 hee. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. How's everyone doing, anyway? Hey, yo. Hey, man, yo. How's everyone doing, yo? It's like, hi, man. How's everyone doing, yo? It's like, don't be shy, yo. Oh, it's the same old shit, mate. You got the same old shit, mate, on the fucking TV, mate. Let's have something different, mate. I say, mate. You know what I mean, mate? I say, let's have something different, mate, you know? Wasn't it great having Lee and B and then G and Nikki? We had Lee and B, as in Lee and Brian Harvey. And then we had George, G, and Nikki. Nikki Lee, Georgie. What's happening? What's happening? I'm not happy with the like it. Like it. Really? Oh yeah, I like it. How's everyone? How's everyone? What's happening? No one's saying anything, no? No one's saying anything. No, I don't want to say anything in case Matt Taylor listens. Don't want to say anything, mate. Oh, ah, oh, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, oh, ah, ah, oh, 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 ah. Yeah, yeah. Give me more, give me more. Ooh, ah, ooh. Ever fall with your sleeves on? Say again, did you ever sleep with your shoes on? Yeah, yeah. Ever sleep with your shoes on? Shoes on, shoes on. Ever sleep with your shoes on? Shoes on, shoes on. Did you ever sleep with your shoes on? Shoes on, shoes on. Did you ever sleep with your shoes on? Shoes on. Big shout out to Lenny. Lenny in the house. Lenny in the house. I've got my own shout out for Lenny. Loyal Lenny, I call him. Loyal Lenny. I particularly want Brian Harvey, E. Cooper, and Richard Carvath to ring in. So there's 3 names for you. I'm calling out for Brian Harvey, Nicky Cooper, Richard Carvath. Hope I pronounced that properly. Please call in. Oh, wasn't it a shame, wasn't it? Lily Savage, Dame Edda. Dead in a fortnight. Is it normal for drag queens to die in twos? I don't know. But at least back in those days, you know, Lily Savage and Dame Edna, they knew they were men. You know what I mean? Underneath, naked. That I like my women who know they're men. You know what I mean? Not the other way around. If you know what I mean. Anyway, who's coming on for a chat? Brian Harvey has faded to grey. Have you not seen his parlour? You're just a bit upset because he fucking savaged your hero, didn't he, Lenny? Because the thing is, audience, we should know about Lenny. Lenny's loyal. And Lenny is a big fan of Paula Mann. And of course, Paula Mann and Nikki. Let's leave Nikki out of it. Paula Mann and Brian Harvey are at it like drag queens, arguing over the lipstick. Wouldn't you agree? Who is killing the drag queens off TV, says Lenny. Who is killing the drag queens off TV, says Lenny. Savaged my hero, Mark Boland. Hey, listen, everyone. Let's discuss Excalibur. It's Lenny's favourite King Arthur adaptation. But I tell you, in my best Roy Kent impression, you will fucking love my King Arthur adaptation. Here's the poo-poo in his pants, not potty, a grobby. So grobby, it was the real Androgoyne. She said something like, oh, I find it so difficult what to choose between you and Grobby. Let's try and remember what Androgoyne said about us. Oh, you are such an immature little prick. You really are. You are so... I don't know why fucking people waste... I don't know why people waste their time on you. I really do. I really do not now. What did Androgoyne say? Did I even bother screenshotting it? No. Didn't bother screenshotting it. Oh no, I did. Here it goes. Oh. Why are you such a dickhead? Hey? Rob Knob the dickhead. It's difficult for me, Matt. I think you and Grobnob are both cuties. Well, let me assure you, Androgoyne, Grobnob is not a cutie. He's a fucking nasty piece of shite, quite frankly. And that's my honest opinion of him, really. Just then, I mean, you can see he's a lowlife. He's a lowlife. Which is a shame. Which is a shame, isn't it? Because we all hate lowlifes, piece of shite. Why did you go live late on Monday? Why did you go live late on Monday night? This is my only time I can. You think it's funny, don't you? Idiot. It's the only time I can, Lenny. Where are you getting on your high horse for, mate? Hey? Oh, Grobby's such a horrible little prick. No, well, I certainly don't think he's a cutie anyway. Certainly not. They're just jealous, aren't they? Look at him now. So Androgoyne, you know, Androgoyne doesn't have to deal with this kind of immature, childish poo-poo all over streams. But this is Grobnob for you. This is how a grown man deals with it. It's quite funny, really, isn't it? I find it quite amusing anyway. What a sad, pathetic little boy. Good evening, Brian. Good to see you. Farting is funny. Matt, who aren't good enough to hang out with you on weekends. Is that it, son? Considering I got pigs knocking at my door, bursting my door down because I go live, Lenny, I think you should be fucking lucky I go live at all. Big shout out to Brian tonight. Look at that. Look at this. How crazy is that? Talk about desperation. Hey, look at that desperation. I hope everyone can see this. I hope everyone can appreciate the cuteness of Grobnob. Of course, he's cute, isn't he? Grobnob isn't a horrible psychopath who just psychologically messes with people's minds and ruins their live streams, is it? No, of course not. He's a cutie. Oh, I find it so difficult to choose between Grobnob or Matthew. Well, look, I'll tell you a little secret, right? That Grobby doesn't want you to know. We're brothers. Yeah. Yeah, of course, Grobby doesn't want you to know that, but we are brothers. Look how desperate he is. So desperate. He's a desperate little sad boy. Bye-bye. Poo-poo. In pants. How many times do I have to tell you? Poo-poo in the potty. Not your pants. But mummy, it's not my fault I poo in my pants. Let's not talk about it. Now go to bed. Late night banter. It's only sarcasm. Or is it satirical? Satiricalism. Is it satiricalism or sarcasm? Sarcasm, I think it's called. Sarcasm. Oh, Grobnob is such an immature little prick. He's a little prick. It's Monday night banter with Matt Taylor TV. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's happy and healthy. Oh, fucking don't get me started on Sussex, please, mate. No. I am the biggest. Mate, the fucking resources they've spent on me is shocking. And the fact that James Hind says Sussex police have failed to address the issue is absolutely laughable. Absolutely. Big shout out to today's sponsor, Brian PC. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. Shout out to my number one subscriber, Loyal Lenny. Eddie Izzard. Better watch himself. Well, yeah. Because they always come in threes, don't you think so, Lenny? They always come in threes, eh? Remember that. Nice. Nicey nice. You're not missing much out there, everyone. Don't worry. You're not missing much out there, everyone. Don't worry. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. Now do the right thing and jump in and say hi. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. I specifically want Richard Carvath. Shouts out to Richard Carvath. To Brian Harvey and Nikki Cooper. They've got some pretty far out there ideas, and I want them to come on. I want them to come on to Matt Taylor TV and discuss those far out ideas. So look, let's go over to what I know about Richard Carvath. Fucking amazing, mate. It's amazing. Here we go. I'll share the screen for you, mates. Right, we're sharing the screen. I just need to confirm you're seeing what I see. Can you see what I see? Right, this is courtesy of the Satanic Fanatic. I wouldn't have known about this guy if it wasn't for the Satanic Fanatic from Brighton. No names need mentioning. Blogger Richard Carvath cleared of stalking man he claimed was a paedophile. 26th of December 2019. Richard Carvath outside Swindon Crown Court. An investigative journalist who likened himself to Sherlock Holmes accused the dad of abusing his own children in a satanic ritual. But the blogger, who claimed to have links to a shadowy world of secret agents and military contractors, was cleared of stalking the man. Prosecutors claimed Rural Watton Bassett blogger Richard Carvath had stalked the dad of two for more than a year, writing defamatory posts about him online, secretly photographing him and his family, going to his house and penning a highly inflammatory letter to police, setting out what he claimed was evidence of the man's wrongdoing. Carvath, 43, of Marlborough Road, Watton Bassett, denied writing some of the blog articles and tweets, claiming the blog was run along a Secret Service style cell structure, that some of his posts were written by others, but that he had no idea who his co-authors were. The blogger admitted following his victim and his family members, but he claimed to have a reasonable excuse for doing so: the prevention and detection of crime. I am finding it difficult to maintain my Roy Kent voice. My magical and imaginary girlfriend doesn't like me doing the Roy Kent voice. She says it sounds creepy. She certainly doesn't like me saying it during our lovemaking sessions. Best move on, back to the article. After 5-day trial at Swindon Crown Court, jurors took little more than 3 hours to clear Carvath of the single stalking charge. The allegations related to a Midlands family court case, details of which cannot be reported due to an injunction banning the identification of those involved. In 2014 and 2015, the dad was arrested by police after sexual abuse allegations. I shall start again. In 2014 and 15, the dad was arrested by police after sexual abuse accusations were levelled against him by his two boys. The children have been coached by their mum into making the false claims. I shall repeat that again. The children had been coached by their mum into making the false claims. The dad launched family court proceedings to try and win custody of the two children. In March 2017, the mum absconded with the boys, prompting a 10-day manhunt. The children later went to live with their dad in the south of England, having to move after an associate of the mum burned down their home in late 2017. I mean, this is stuff worthy of a film, isn't it? Don't you agree? Carvath claimed he had never met the mum or the dad. The first he knew about the case was a tip from a friend, named by Carvath only as Source A, when the children were abducted. He said he had been with Source A colleague in the private military contracting world, in a central London bar, when the mystery man gave him evidence that the father of two boys who had just been abducted by their mother was a paedophile. It was claimed the boy's dad, involved in the import and export trade, was a Satanist and involved in human trafficking and drug supply. Carvath was to repeat these claims from memory in his January 2019 letter to Devon and Cornwall police. The blogger made several trips to the complainant's hometown, taking pictures of family members. In early January 2019, he sneaked into the man's garden in the early hours, looked through a window, and claimed to see the naked man molesting his son. 3 weeks later, Carvath addressed a lengthy letter to the Chief Constable of Devon and Cornwall Police, cataloguing his concerns about the complainant, then living in the southwest. In March 2019, Carvath had been due to give evidence in family court proceedings related to the case when he was arrested. It was after a cache of images of the man and his family members were sent to the mum's solicitor from Carvath's email address. Carvath denied sending the message. In March 2019, Carvath had been due to give evidence in family court proceedings related to the case when he was arrested. I'll just repeat that's been repeated. He was arrested at the court by two police officers. Interviewed by police, he compared himself to Sherlock Holmes, that he worked with those involved in the secret state and was investigating child sex abuse allegations on a pro bono basis. On May the 20th, having been interviewed by Devon detectives under caution, Carvath wrote a blog post asking, "Do I know a Daily Mail murderer's article?" The post referenced the paper's famed Stephen Lawrence front page, on which they pictured men they claimed had killed the London teen, alongside the headline, "If we were wrong, then sue us." A day later, another article accused the man of being a child sex abuser. Carvath admitted writing these articles but denied penning another blog post in October. Prosecutors claimed linked back to the May article. He said the blog was operated along a Secret Service style cell system. 5 people had the ability to publish to the blog, with the quintet overseen by a handler. He was not the man in charge, but did not know the identities of the other writers. That system, introduced around 6 years ago, meant the others could post without fear of reprisals. One of the key functions that's useful about this web presence is that it enables other people to safely conduct investigative journalistic activities without any comeback to them. If there's a problem, who do the police or the gangsters go to? They come knocking on my door. On a brick wall, the buck stops with me. Opening the prosecution case, Barrister Susan Cavender labelled Carvath a terrorist, a conspiracy theorist who was mistaken in his beliefs. He continues to believe he is right and the police and the courts are wrong and are covering up for his victim. Given his evidence from behind screens, Carvath's alleged victim branded his abuser a nutcase. He's been a constant thorn in my side. Oh, he's been a constant thorn in my side. Detective Inspector Sally Watton of Devon and Cornwall Police said, I don't feel he was a nuisance. I didn't feel he was a nuisance. I felt he was potentially a dangerous individual who was stalking a family. Leaving the court after he was cleared by the jury, Carvath wished the judge a Merry Christmas. Reacting to his acquittal, he told the Adver, I give thanks to God for this verdict today. There's a serious problem with our family courts, and I hope and pray that this case may, in some way, help to bring about change. In our family courts are meant to protect children, but it's well known that in many cases the courts are failing children. There have been numerous cases highlighted by the press in which it's very clear that children and good parents have been let down. There have been several cases of children who have died at the hands of such abusers who only had access to these children because they were so enabled by a family court judge. That's pretty massive, isn't it? Let that sink in, everyone. Let that sink in. There have been several cases of children who have died at the hands of such abusers who only had access to these children because they were so enabled by a family court judge. I don't know how you feel about that, everyone, but what do you make of that, hey? Pretty full on, isn't it? This is about Richard Carvath. He's the real deal. He's a real Satan hunter. That's what it's about, mate. I brought the satanic fanatic, James Hind from Brighton, alerted me to him. Hope everyone's well. Oh, no, it's all right. Everyone's cool. And of course, they're talking about the Samantha Baldwin case, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, we've got a visitor, Brian. Hello, Brian. Good to see you, Brian. Now, Brian. Brian. Hello, Brian. Lenny's lost. Lenny's lost. So, okay, that's fair enough, Brian. Thanks anyway, mate. We do have technical issues here. It's cool. It's cool. Hope everyone's well. No, I'm just chillaxing, mate. You know, who's watching the coronation? You'll be watching the coronation. So that was interesting. Rob Knob came on. Absolutely behaved immature. Poo-poo and potty and all that bullshit. But hey, Andrew Goyne says he's a cutie. What a load of rubbish. 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 What's going on then, peeps? What's going on out there? Oh, Rob Knob's live. Rob Knob is live, and we've got, oh yeah, there's some Exposure TV late live exclusive Heckadecky messages with Joe Kidd and Blada PP, the man of truth. Not really interested. No. Then we got Sir Almighty Budge. I always find it funny when Rob Knob is live and there's no one watching. It's not. We shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh. When is the King Arthur? Is this made up? Fuck off. Is it made up? Is it made up? I'm in pre-production, mate. I make things happen. I'm in pre-production. I'm in pre-production, mate. And Richard Carvath is a real Satan hunter. Richard Carvath got found not guilty, Lenny. Don't you get the significance? What a hero. So the reason I'm pushing Richard Carvath is because the guy's a fucking hero. He's a real Satan hunter, isn't he? He claims, right? He claims to have watched the father in the Samantha Baldwin case molest his child. He's gone to court in that, and he said that in a court of law. And the jury found him not guilty of stalking. Because the defense of stalking is prevention and detection of crime. You see? So you can't be a stalker if you're preventing crime. Otherwise, every policeman in the world would be a stalker. But he's not, though, Lenny. Hey, Lenny. Right, Lenny, right? Show some respect, mate. You don't like me bad-mouthing your hero, Porno Man, right? Well, back off, Lenny. Because Richard Carvath, and it's not Carbath, it's Carvath. Richard Carvath is my hero. He's the real deal. Right? So back off. Back off. We got a message. What are your thoughts? Yes. Now, thank you for asking. The thing was, there was a cover-up at the Ian R. Crane Truth Conference. There was a cover-up, and I uncovered it. Because Ian R. Crane made out a story which was different to the truth. Fact, that's a fact. Hello, Brian. Welcome. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see what he is, but don't bad. He was found not guilty, mate. He was found not guilty because you cannot be a stalker if you're preventing and detecting crime. And I stand by it. I mean, Ian R. Crane put out a full story. And Thomas Sheridan did say he don't give a flying fuck. It's not me. I can't get in. Okay, all right. So we may be having a no, it's I can't get in yet. That's a shame, Brian. Especially when Brian is the sponsor of the show and he can't get in. Typical. Typical. Shout out to the show sponsor, Brian PC. Oh, look, peeps, I'm gonna have to just I don't know really. Oh, I got things to do. Hello, Brian. No, we have difficulties. We're having technical difficulties. I'm sorry, everyone. Typical, isn't it, eh? That's annoying, but hey, that's the way it is. Yeah, sorry about that, Brian. It's the gods. It's the gods. We used to do this with Justin. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I don't know. But anyway, I've had a lovely weekend, everyone. Thank you very much for asking. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. I saw my mate up at Beachy Head. My one-eyed Cyclops friend. Anyway, no, all's going well, everyone. All's going well. Thanks for joining me. It's nice to have you. Nice. Oh, the weekend was lovely. Oh, do you know what I saw? I saw Life After High School Musical. Apparently, this show is about 45 plus years. Yeah. And so it's Life After High School Musical. Brilliant. I watched it down up in Surrey somewhere. I won't give you the location, but it was brilliant. It was really good. And so I'm looking forward to their next production. I think we'll be do you know what? I may be going up to see as a birthday treat. I'll be treating myself and my magical imaginary girlfriend to a birthday treat of going up to London to watch We Will Rock You, starring Ben Elton. Yeah, I said that. Ben Elton. Matt, what's the best of life you've ever got? Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Do it yourself, mate. That's the best bit of life advice I can give anyone. Do it yourself. Because nobody's going to do it for you. No, mate. No, mate. I only banter you because I know you roll with it. But the thing is, I don't know. Oh, you think he's a knob? I love a bit of Ben Elton, mate. I love a bit of Ben Elton. What do you think he's a knob for? Come on and discuss it. Come on, discuss it, mate. Anyway, I am shout out to Richard Carvath, Brian Harvey, and Nikki Cooper. I would like Richard Carvath, Brian Harvey, Nikki Cooper. If you're free, please come on. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. Ronnie Sullivan said it's all about potting balls better than the other guy. Quite right. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. Can you hear us, Brian? I don't know what more I can do, Brian. But obviously, we have technical issues, which is a shame. But that's life, I'm afraid, peeps. That's life. Right. Anyway. I do apologise. I'm yawning live on air. That's not very professional, is it? But hey, listen. No one's paying for this, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No one's paying for it. And do you know what? When I first came to YouTube, I thought it was going to be a bit of fun. And it was a bit of fun for about 2 minutes. Where we were all having a bit of banter. You know, just like Lenny said, a bit of banter. People coming in, having a laugh. Bouncing a tennis ball back and forth. But then you get the little fucking crybabies who came on and fucking cry like little children. That's what's ruined it. That's what's fucking ruined it. Matt, do you have funding? That'll be telling. Yeah, but it's all in the pipeline, mate. Do you know Excalibur wasn't a huge substantial success, but John Borman made a special film? Hey, listen, there's shitloads of money, Lenny. Right? I'll fucking tell you when it's time to tell you. But what is interesting is that Netflix is bringing to life Bernard Cornwell's adaptation of King Arthur. Has anyone out there in the audience read Bernard Cornwell's adaptation of King Arthur? I believe from memory it is the Warlord Chronicles, the first one being Enemy of God, the last one being The Winter King, and the middle one being Excalibur. I've read all three of them. Very good books. Thoroughly enjoyed them. But ultimately, it's not the truth. I'm not allowed to say anything without you thinking I'm sniping at your projects, mate. Well, are you sniping at them? Are you sniping at them? Because you can snipe at them, I don't mind. Well, this King Arthur was King Arthur II. So the first King Arthur was born about 150 years previously to King Arthur II. They were still from the same lineage, going back to the Holy Family. King Arthur I fought the Romans all the way down to Rome, actually. And King Arthur II fought the Saxons. So that's been the mistake in history. I don't go live, Brian. The trolls are always lurking. Don't give in to the trolls, you prick, Lenny. Come on. What you let the trolls win? And anyway, can we stop calling them trolls, please? And can we stop using the word lurking? Come on, let's change the way we think, change the way we talk, change the way we view the world. First off, let's stop using the word trolls. Let's start using the word people, friends. Okay? People or friends, change to trolls. And stop using the word lurking. Let's use the word watching. So basically, say it again. I don't go live because people are watching. Oh, shut up. Of course people are watching. Matt, did you hear Joe Biden is running, age 82? Hey, listen, we asked the tarot cards. The tarot card said yes, he would run again. Thank you. I enjoyed my suicide. Glad I could help. I know. Is he so old? Is he really that old? Is Biden really that old? Wow. Oh, definitely he can win. Defo he could win, man. Defo. But what do you make of old Jeanette Archer calling Trump a Satanist? Or is he a whistleblower? Or are we just all puppets? puppets on the string, the string, the string. We're puppets on the string, the string, the string. We're puppies on the string, the string, the string. Don't you find it a bit weird when people start going all a bit child voices like, hello, Gecko, hello. My name is Matthew, and I poo-poo on my potty. No, it is a bit weird though, isn't it, mate? What are you on about, Lenny? No, I think she only has a Facebook. What you on about? Grobby's live. Everyone's watching Grobby. Don't be shy. Jump on in and go, hey, whoop, 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 bitty, bitty, whoopity, bitty, whoopity, do. Oh, we got a Brian. Come on, Brian. We can do it. Hello, Brian. How are you? So annoying, isn't it? I'm not doing it at my end, honestly. It's only banter, Lenny. And anyway, don't make out you're going to come on anyway, because you never would come on, mate. Because you're most probably someone who, who's, anyway, I don't even know who you are, Lenny. Hi, Brian. Can we hear you, Brian? Sadly not. Such a shame. Don't know what's going wrong. No, I didn't. Oh, it's a shame about Brian not being able to come on. I do apologise, Brian. Seeing as you're the show sponsor and all. I missed what Puddock said about the emergency broadcast. I missed all that stuff. I'm pretty sure it's a legit copy. But then again, we had this problem with Justin as well, didn't we? It's the gods. It's the gods interfering for some reason. Yes, computer says no. So, King L, who are you? Hey, look, Brian, computers and me. I'm just very lucky I got you to send me stuff, and yeah, I am no good at fixing computers. Like I said, I'm just grateful that you sent me what you sent me. Right. Oof. I'm just going to top up all my refreshments and we'll carry on the chat. Me, myself, and I. I'm terribly sorry, Brian. It's yeah, very embarrassing. Have we got a Mr. Bonesaw, Dr. Bonesaw, even? Good evening, Dr. Bonesaw. That's an interesting name. Lenny says Matt isn't probably live, and this is just an AI version of Matt Ninja recording. Very funny, very funny. Show us your fanny. Well, who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Oh, I hope no one bloody clipped it. I hope no one clipped it. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Brian's giving it another shot. This ain't Matt, it's AI. Yes, indeed. Oh, good, good. Fingers crossed we'll have Brian on. Brian will be able to say hi. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. So we're gonna have a nice weekend. I'm really gutted that my imaginary girlfriend finds my Roy Kent impression creepy. I find it quite sexy, but she finds it creepy. Well, interesting question, Dr. Bonesaw. I am a victim of crime. So it's quite stressful at the moment, actually. I couldn't go live last week because of the level of intimidation. It was just so intense. And, you know, it was only because I've had a weekend away that I felt comfortable enough to go live tonight. But still, I'm still suffering as a victim of crime. So it's really quite difficult at the moment, Dr. Bonesaw. I'm finding that I'm finding life difficult. But I've got lovely support, and, you know, doing this helps me. Being able to talk about it helps. Being able to see my magical imaginary girlfriend helps. And being able to see my friend. Being able to see friends, family, loved ones. Yeah, so at the moment it's pretty hard, actually, Dr. Bonesaw. It's pretty hard. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it, man. But I have to be honest with you, it's fucking hard at the moment. I really feel under attack, y'all. And for no reason of my own. For no reason of my own, man. I just like, people just can't deal with me, man. You know what I mean? They just can't deal with me. You know, just can't fucking deal with me, man. And it's like, why can't you fucking deal with me? Why can't you fucking deal with me on a one-to-one level? But no, you have to run to somebody else, haven't you? You can't deal with me one-to-one. You have to go somewhere else and bitch about me. You know, I find it so... Onwards and upwards. Good bit of advice, good bit of advice. Don't believe the stuff you hear online about Matt. Yeah, don't. It's all bullshit, mate. Show me the proof. Don't let the bastards ground you down. It's hard work, honestly, Dr. Bonesaw. It is hard fucking work, mate. I kid you not, Mr. Bones, Dr. Bonesaw. Right, this should be it, everyone. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. There's Brian. Intel. Your microphone's on, sir. We should be able to hear you, really. You on high? I really don't know why we're not hearing from you, which is a shame. Matt's a legend on these streets. That's very kind of you. Oh no, honestly, I mean, I've got a criminal record of YouTubing. Do you know that? I've got a criminal record because of YouTubing. Matt, this is brand new, unused PC. It still doesn't work. I don't know. It's not at my end. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've got your volume pulled up high. I've got you on. And I've got you unmuted. You know, that's you unmuted. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. We have technical issues, everyone. Brian's unable to come on due to technical issues, which is very embarrassing, seeing as Brian is the show sponsor. Yes, but we have these technical issues. Yes, Brian, is that you? No. Oh, sorry. No, so there's Brian. Yeah. Oh. gotta check out Guerrilla Democracy News. Oh man, some great stuff. My productivity using AI is just gone through the fucking roof, mate. I recommend everyone check out AI. Fucking brilliant, mate. It's brilliant. Let AI do all the work, I say. Brian, we're not in, so I'm just gonna. Sorry, Brian. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what happened there, mate. Due to technical issues, we're unable to have Brian on the show, which is a bit of a shame, seeing as Brian is the show sponsor. So shout out to Brian. Sorry about that, Brian. Technical issues. You're mincing it with Matt Taylor, broadcasting live from Brighton. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. If you really want to be brave, push the boat out. Call in. We do have technical issues, so even if you want to call in, you may not even be allowed to. It's up to the gods. That's what's great about the Matt Taylor TV show. It's in the lap of the gods. The gods decide whether you're going to come on. But tonight, the gods are saying no to Brian PC. I don't know what Brian's done wrong. What has Brian done wrong to not so much anger the gods, but to displease the gods to such an extent they won't let him on to Matt Taylor TV? Yes, it's it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Brian says, yes, it's mad. Why I cannot connect. You shithouse PC. Someone has to connect. Pull down that protection. You. Is it true you tied the tortoise to your feet? Matt, you're an analog man living in a digital world. You're an analog man living in a digital world. You're an analog man. You're an analog man living in a digital world. You're an analog man living in a digital world. A digital world. You're an analog man living in a digital world. Hey, you're an analog man living in a digital world. Fuck the gods, it's not that big a deal. The gods don't care about me connecting, Matt. Yeah, of course they don't. Yeah, of course. Oh, hello, Brian.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, this is much better way to talk.
I have used 4 computers to connect to that restream. 4 different computers. What's that about?
How
Why
the hell
is
is? Yeah, what the hell is? Yeah, that's why I think it must be outside interference somehow.
Do you know what it's like? Do you know the unmute button when you unmute something? It's just not. It's just refusing to unmute whatsoever. On one instance, it said the OBS. Okay, so the OBS was in the way. I say right up on our computer. I've got 3 computers in front of me for different jobs to do.
Oh, crazy!
So I've used a completely different computer each time. So this is the 4th one.
So it's obviously a problem at my end,
device.
isn't it?
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Do you know what? It's the actual unmute thing on it. You know, the icon to unmute yourself. It's just not happening whatsoever on this account. I went through all my settings. Everything's fine. Everything's normal.
Mate, right? Weird things happen with Matt Taylor TV. There is some outside. Yeah. There's some divine intervention.
Yeah, we're going to have to use the phone, mate. That's what it is. Yeah. Can everyone hear me? I just want to say hi to everyone. Can you say hi to everyone for me?
Everyone can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So, hello everyone. I hope you're all well. And it's just not connecting. I don't know why. I don't think the gods would even be bothered about this. Me connecting to thing. But
Well, I beg to differ. The gods do listen in to the Matt Taylor TV show. I take it
I
on.
don't know.
I take it on.
Can you give me the number and I'll call them and sort this
Well,
out?
look, no, hey, listen, mate. You know, but I take it on good authority that at least Thor and Neptune tune in.
Well, you think the latter Neptune would have something going on, right? You think it would actually understand what's going on here?
Hey, listen. All gods have downtime. They need to relax. And what better to do than watch Matt Taylor TV?
Yeah, Neptune's got a cold. What's the first class ticket to Nottingham, please?
How was your weekend, Brian?
It was nice and quiet, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, a few things going on. Not a lot going on up here right now, but a few things going on. Not as much as usual, so I thought I'd watch.
Have you got any plans for the coronation?
Yeah, not to be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't go. That's. It's not like I'm going to pinch his crown. No, give me one of those stones. I need that stone. See that big stone you've got there? I need that one, and I need that one. Yeah, the wife wants a necklace. So yeah, I'm not going to. I need a new ring. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope it all goes well for the king. It should be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up with the girlfriend watching it, I think. Down the pub.
I'll get my metal cars out. I'll have that. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that in school years ago. The old metal cutters and start chopping metal up. So I've got experience.
Yeah, you're an experienced man, aren't you?
Yeah. I like chopping a bit of metal now and again.
Well, a bit of.
So loads of mad stuff going on. I'm not going to hold everyone up because my life's not as exciting as they might think. You know.
Well, that begs to differ.
They make up for me.
Everyone's life is exciting. Tell us about something none of us know about. Well, it's up to you, really, but that's something I love. Everyone's life is something unique, and yeah, there's something that's happened to you that hasn't happened to any of us, and I'm sure we will be looking forward to.
A personal secret or something really weird.
No,
like that.
just a lesson, a life lesson, or something you want to share with us will be nice.
Yeah. If you connect to the Matt Taylor show, make sure that OBS does not get in the way.
Damn right. Good advice.
I don't have OBS on any of my computers.
Well, Brian Harvey was discussing OBS today, wasn't he?
How is OBS on Restream on my end? How is that even possible? I don't use OBS.
I know, that's crazy, isn't it?
Do with OBS. Me and OBS are not related.
Yeah.
I do not know this OBS.
Because of course, I used to use OBS on my Mac all the time. It was like second nature to me.
But I think it's just, I think what the browser's done, it's just grabbed something and said, that's what we're going to use that as your mic. But no, don't even have it on the computer. This is a brand new computer. There's none of that on it.
Oh,
I can connect a really good quality mic, professional mic and stuff, right, to this computer.
Yeah.
And as a mic, and I guarantee it will still not work because I've just done that on other machines. I tried that as well. Will not work.
The problem's definitely at my end.
I don't know whose end it's at, but I think if someone else would call in, that would be really good. Just for a few seconds, even just to see what the connection issue is to help us out here.
Okay, yeah, good advice.
You just need to say hello. You just need to say hi and bye, and that's it. That would be
hi and
fantastic.
bye.
Someone else could do that.
Don't be shy. Come in and say hi and bye.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I'll head off. I'm going to have a look at this and see what the problem is here, because it's something with the browser or something. My security wouldn't let me connect. Then my browser wouldn't let me connect. Then OBS was my mic. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know OBS. I mean, I used it a long time ago. So I don't know how that's gone to this. I'm not using a different browser before, so I don't know why. That's the case. It's like a substitute thing. That's why I asked, are you using a legitimate copy of Restream? Like it's a legitimate site that you went and got it from?
Well, yeah, it is.
It might be some malicious thing going on, you know, or some super advert in the version. Restream you're using, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, but I know things like that do happen. You know, like a browser hijacker, that kind of thing. You know, when you install things.
Well,
So
not
I
everything
don't
is
know.
working at this end, I must admit. And I think there are some bugs in the system.
Yeah, I think they do things like that to try and get you to purchase the OBS, the actual OBS itself, you know, the monthly or whatever. Not the restream, sorry. They try and do that sometimes. So you've got to completely uninstall restream, wipe off your computer completely, like go in and actually delete and overwrite those files, and then re-download it all again. You know, and it might work. I don't know. You could try that or not. It could just be me. That's why I'm asking someone else just to call in for a second.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
It's actually just me. But if it's just me, I can sort that in mind.
Oh, I see, yeah. Well, look, you know, come on, can somebody else call in and just test the mics, you know? Is it?
Just connect.
Yeah, just connect.
You don't even need to speak. You just need to unmute your mic to see if it will actually work. Yeah.
I doubt if anyone will, though, Brian. That's the thing. No one's got the balls.
This has happened on several streams that I've tried to connect to. And
oh, has it? It's happened somewhere else. Oh,
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Happened on Wheezy as well.
Oh, right,
I tried to connect to him to tell him about something important because I've no way to contact him. And yeah, that happened. So yeah, it's good overall. I'm not in the chat. Yeah.
Well, the only person I think who'd be willing to do it is Grobby. But then again, he's just going to come on and fart.
Yeah,
I suppose a fart is as good a sound test as anything, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to be a fat wanker and stuff like that, so
oh, look, I wanted to say something to Dusk Aids. Dusk, you know, you said we should meet up and put something to bed. I don't want to now. So I just want to put that out to Dusk Aids. Change my mind on that. I think we should just leave all that stuff in the past, mate, and move on, you know?
Yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah, you're just full of information. You have nothing about it. Very busy person.
Have you come across that name before?
Yeah.
Tom Fury picture there. Is that Tom
I'm aware
Fury?
I'm aware of all the negative people on YouTube. Through all the like. It's sad to say I'm someone making notes. All my names and addresses and stuff. So.
Oh, cheers, Dusk. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube can be a fun place where we can have banter, but sadly, people take things too seriously.
Yeah, a lot of them do, don't they? I really enjoy watching some of the lives and background and stuff, but it's strange, isn't it? But was it you who was talking about Martha? Were you talking about me or
No, he's talking about me. He's certainly not talking about you, Brian.
Oh,
come on! How could he possibly be talking about it with you?
Cool, blimey. Well, yeah, I'll try and I'm going to try and connect a few times again to see if I can sort this while you're live. Just completely ignore me. I want to see if it's my end. Just completely ignore me for now. While I'm trying to connect a lot, okay?
Yeah, if I should know anything, just send me a text and I'll know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Cheers, Brian.
Have a good thing. Have a good evening.
Oh yeah, we got Oi. We got somebody coming on. Hello.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Testing. Oi. Oi. Is that you, Lenny? Lenny? Is that you, Lenny? No one's got the balls. No one's got the balls to do it.
No one's got the balls to do it. Except Brian, of course. Welcome, everyone. Late night mincing it. Mincing it or mincing it? Mincing it or mincing it? Where's Justin this evening? Justin's got a new girlfriend. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, Justin's got a new girlfriend. Robbing grannies. I think he's having it off with one, to be fair. No, take that back. I'm only spreading malicious rumours. I'm only. We seem to have a problem, yes. I haven't got, let me just see if, who's got Zoom? Thank you for being honest, Lenny. It's so kind of you to be honest. Remember, it's best to be honest. Now, Brian PC's coming on there. I was supposed to ignore him, am I? Do or die, Lenny. Do or die. Do or die, Lenny. Do or die. Oh. I shouldn't have let him on. It's coming up to the witching hour, 24th of the 4th, 2023. Basically, the numbers read 24/04/2023. We're coming up to a new day, everyone. We're coming up to that time in which one day turns into the next. We're in that threshold where Monday becomes Tuesday. You don't get that experience anywhere else other than Matt Taylor TV. That unique experience of mincing it. Mincing it means just churning up the information. Churning the information. Making a sausage. There's shitloads of info out there, isn't there? So we churn it all up, we mince it up, and we make a sausage.
Yeah, I think that's when I heard that, Lenny, I thought that was bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I believe it's a non-story. Is it? A gay walk is mincing. Is it? Kim Wilde. Kim Wilde. Okay, who wants a promotional video? You reckon it's... Yeah, I reckon it's fake news as well. Who wants a promotional video? I'll go and get you one.
Next time someone calls you pussy, say it's because you are what you eat.
Bonjour. Ça va? Très bien. It's been a lovely night down Brighton. I'm watching the burning of the clocks parade and the fireworks display. To be honest, I missed a lot. I was down the pub. Anyway, not to worry. So I'm just walking Molscoon. One of the most deprived areas in the UK. So anyway.
Ooh, got me feeling dizzy from the summer haze. 'Cause we got the sunshine of the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. The right vibe and the tan lines. The free mind.
The neighbourhood a bit dangerous.
We got the sunshine of the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life.
Strange beasts walking the street. I'm not talking about me, you know.
Ooh.
I do love my neighbourhood. It's a lovely neighbourhood. There's some terrible news about my neighbour. I won't share it. I'm still here, don't worry. Suffice to say, tinkle winkle. Who's got a little winkle? Eh? Who's got a little winkle? Tinkle winkle. Who's got a little winkle? That's what I like to know. I'm not talking about Justin. So Emily can tell us all about it.
Such a fun time living for the
I've said too much.
Bring the right vibes and the tan lines. Keep the free mind, yeah. 'Cause we got the sunshine on the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes and the tan lines. Keep the free mind, yeah. 'Cause we got the sunshine on the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes.
Right, I know. Terrible, innit, eh? Terrible, innit? You'll be Hove on Sunday. Oh, shit. You know where I live. Are you going to come and see me? Because I'll be in Brighton this weekend. Oh, here we go. Hello, Brian.
Hello, man.
Hey, it works, Brian.
There you go.
Finally.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
They thought they could beat me.
No one can beat you, buddy.
The bad bribe PC. They thought they could beat us. Yeah, no. I was too smart for that.
Yeah, damn
Oh
right.
no, super intelligent. I used my superior brain to work it all out. I went through every single sentence. Yeah, that's what it was. Do you know what it was? Well,
No,
I'll tell
go on.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
no, tell us.
you all want to know. This is a brand new computer.
Yeah.
It was the microphone settings themselves. They had never been set up. It automatically installed the driver. And so I'm going to check every other computer that I have here to make sure it's got the same thing. So
Yes,
there
of course.
we have it. There we have it.
And it's all about the settings. Can you believe it? All those, it's all in the detail.
The new computer settings. I got to tell you what I got. I got a 13700K. So yeah, that's a good computer.
13700K, okay.
Was that 13700K? I'm trying to type in system info. Have a look at this. Intel.
Have you been? I've been listening to Spotify recently, and they're talking about
£400 just for the processor. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's got a ton of cores for doing all sorts of mad stuff. It's got a ton of brains, basically.
Oh, well done, you.
Yeah, it's really good. It's good for everything. It does do absolutely everything. This machine. So that's my new toy. So I just set that up a couple of days ago, and I've not really used it until now.
So what do you push the computer to its limits for? What are you pushing the? Are you what do you do?
Right. Right. Okay. So say I want to string a whole bunch of videos together, and I want to in some editing and then render them all. It will do it in like a 4K an hour 4K video in about 1 minute.
Oh, brilliant! Oh, that's awesome to hear.
That's incredible compared to the some of the.
So the processing speed of it all is just
that's what it is.
Up and running, yeah.
So, sorry for that, everyone. It was really inconvenient for everyone. I do apologise if that was annoying you whatsoever. If you're annoyed, put it in chat. Tell us how annoyed you are. 1 to 10. It wouldn't be as much as me. I'll tell you that much. That was infuriating because I've tried it so many times.
I bet. Oh, poor you.
Yeah, poor me. Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, poor Brian. Oh, we'll do that thing we did before. Oh no.
Well, I was just worried you were thinking it was me at my end, kind of like not letting you on. I was thinking, I hope he doesn't think
he's at it. Like, he's winding me up. So when I get on, I'll be raging. Yeah. I'll be like,
it did actually cross my mind. Yeah, I was thinking, oh god.
He's gonna kill me when he comes on. I'll throw a virtual punch all the way to Brighton. Anyway, virtual hug for everyone who's watching. It doesn't all have to be silly and mean, but thanks for coming on, everyone. As a show's sponsor, I mean, like when I say that, all I did was give him a computer. You know what I mean? That's all I did.
But how many times have you given me a computer? That's the thing.
Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah.
Not a word.
Yeah.
Not a word. In fact, how many times have I given someone a computer this month?
Are you going to tell us?
18.
Really? Bloody hell, Brian. That's a huge number.
18 people I've supplied with a computer. Do you know what that is? See, that is kindness, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I've been saying to people. If people are kind, it goes a long way. A long way. Especially with me. And that doesn't mean, like shove a straw up my backside, start sucking. No, none of that. Nothing so foul and disgusting. The sun doesn't have to shine out your arse for me to give you a computer. Or me to be nice to you. Just be a decent human being. Come in, have a laugh. Don't think any of that stuff is important to me. Just do what you can for people. That's all I'm saying. Things are bad enough. So there you go.
Well, it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes back to a bit of a cliche of being the change you want to be in the world.
Well, that's it. Leave the world, Matt. Leave the world in a better place than when you came into the world. I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't. And not everyone's in that position to. I get it because I certainly wasn't. I never grew up with a spoon in my mouth. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I know for a fact my son is doing is excelling.
Exactly.
He's way ahead of where I was at that age, so I'm confident that
kids are smart. Kids are smart.
Yeah.
They're growing up. They're growing up in this
I'm
technology.
confident I'll be living on in my children for sure.
No, don't say that, Matt. After everything that's happened, don't ever say anything like that, Matt. You'll be living on through the spirit of your children. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. Because when we're all us old rusties are dead and gone, would like to think that they'd give us a thought now and again. So,
I certainly give the thought to all my relatives that have gone. So
yeah,
and we've got a family meet up in August, which is good. Because one of our aunties went during the COVID, so we're all meeting up to remember her. So that should be nice.
Yeah, that's really sad. A lot of people were lost. This is what I was going back to when I was saying months ago. There's a lot of things have happened, and people are, I mean, not to put too much of a damper on it, right? But a lot of people are suffering, and
yeah, damn right, yeah.
Mentally, like financially, there's so much stuff going on, and I'm feeling the pinch. Don't think that like I've got a golden spoon in my mouth and I can do all these things. No, I'm feeling the pinch too, and I'm just trying to help people, and no, I'm not a goody. I'm not one of them. I'm not like come and join the church, and I wouldn't hold your sandwich to ransom. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying. You don't have to. Things don't have to be that bad. They are bad, but they don't have to be that bad. You can take the edge off of that by doing cool stuff. And it makes you feel good as well. It just takes that edge off that. It gives you something to do that day. It's not all about being mean to people. Because that is just such a waste.
So yesterday, that's an interesting word. Waste. It's a waste of your energy being mean to people.
Yeah, it just turns everything into an empty, vapid troll echo chamber, and there's no point in it. There's no point in it. Not on YouTube. I mean, we hear it. We know it goes on, and there's channels that love that. But and we all love a giggle. So a bit of banter's great, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
We love it. And we had that like I joked. We had it for about 2 minutes. It felt like. And then it all went Pete Tong.
Well, I think you had it for more than that. Down to your talents.
I know.
The incredible, like the way that you just dealt with all that. Was quite incredible. Not that I'm bigging you up in a lot of way. I am in a way, but just your personality just seems to bounce back. And.
Well, it was the golden time where we were just all having such a laugh, just such a giggle. It was just going so well. And we can get back there again, because that's I want to get to those.
Every day's a blessing,
Exactly,
so, every day's a blessing, folks. I mean, whether you believe or not, it doesn't matter. It's still a blessing, because if you see tomorrow, that's one more than today. So,
man,
it's a bonus.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
I was eating my meal tonight, okay, and to be honest, I had a bit of a heartburn, right?
All right, okay. You high on the old carbohydrates with the heartburn?
Well, yeah, because it was rice and potato, and it was basically a fish.
Was it a good bit? Was it a good bit of stodge? Is that what?
Yeah, good bit of stodge. But anyway, I felt my heart kind of like a bit of a heartburn, right? But then, and all I thought about was Ross Broadstock, where I could go at any moment. So I thought, shit, I mean, this could be an onset of a heart attack, and this could be my last meal.
Well,
so I ate that meal. I ate that meal as if it was my last meal, and it tasted delicious. It did.
Oh, that was such a sad thing with Ross. I mean, he was such a nice fellow too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a sad loss to YouTube. But like you can see that his kids have got his spirit and stuff, and his wife and partner and stuff. Great, lovely people, aren't they? Just out there to be nice to people. So, I did want to mention something. Why is that my screen? It's got Intel R on it.
Yeah, Intel. Yeah.
Why is it backwards? See, this is what computers say. They throw things at you, and you have to sort of try and fix them.
Yeah, of course they do, yeah.
So there was someone asked me, like, this is what happens in my day. So someone asked me last night, can you help me with my computer? Me and my wife were streaming and we're doing this and we're doing that. I was like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, morning, mate. And then I hear, yeah, it's my wife who's dealing with it. She'll chat to you later. And I've heard nothing since. I'm like, hang on, mate. And they made all these excuses, but they wanted help from me. So I'm like, kept checking it all day because they're nice people. They're really good people. And they're just not in a rush. And I'm like, if you tell me I wanted one piece of information from them and they would not give it me, just a simple piece of information. What is your CPU? On your just type in system information, tell me what CPU, and we can go from there. I know what base system it is, and then we can get it all upgraded for you, and do some stuff. They gave me a huge speech instead of just typing system. Yeah, this is what you're dealing with, where you're dealing with people who are not experts on computer, or good on computer, or it's just a generation like my dad's generation. He cannot stand computers. My dad was in charge of thousands of men in security before he retired, right? And he cannot stand staring into a monitor anymore. He did that for a year before he retired, and he was on taxis and stuff before it. So he was giving Rolf Harris a lift to the airport and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, Rolf was a really nice guy. He met loads of celebrities. He was driving pilots from one side of Scotland to the other side of Scotland. These guys were flying everything out to Afghanistan. This is what he was involved with. That's what he did before he retired there. And he had his own taxi company and stuff. Just a little thing. I think he had about 11 cars in the go at what that was his most did. But when you have that many people, he was getting older. It's a lot to control. And so he's retired, and we do the fishing and stuff now and again. But since he went downhill, which was not cool. Yeah, I've been trying to help him and get stuff done. And it just shows you, folks, how short life is and how precious it is. It might sound, a bit weird to some people, who are maybe younger, who ever listen to this and say, "Oh, I'll never get old." No, you might never get old, but you might get hit by a bus tomorrow and be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. And then you're in that position where you're like, "I'm stuck here." You just never know. It could happen. Yeah. So like every day is a blessing, folks. Honestly, it really is. With everything that's going on, and you've just got to be grateful for what you have. And I can't tell folk that enough. It's just such a strange time right now. A lot of nervousness, the whole war thing. Very scary time. More so than we've ever had. I reckon. Talking to a friend who lives in America that I know, it's crazy stuff going on. He's got family in the military across there, and they are having none of it with Putin. So they don't really want to just go there and sort it all out. So that's my impression of what might happen. And if that happens, it could be touch and go for everyone, because you just never know. You just never know. So yeah, there's a lot. I can't tell you any more than that because I don't actually know any more than that. But yeah, it's a funny old world when you've got all that going on. People, yeah, sport. Time a kangaroo down, sport, would ya? Yeah. Put another strip in the Barbie. Yeah. Do it, mate. Just look, you. That's do that for us, would you? It's top bloke, Sheila.
Let's hear your best American accent, Brian.
Oh, you mean this one? I'm not in the mind to do accent. Like I do accents and stuff.
Well,
like that.
You've done the Australian one pretty well there.
Yeah, mate. Sorry.
Well,
sorry.
Over the weekend,
I'm laughing at myself because you've got to, because no one else is going to, right?
Yeah, over the weekend, I was in a similar position with my girlfriend.
Matt, I'm an idiot. Get over it.
Yeah. I was saying to my girlfriend, do an impression, an American impression. She couldn't do it. She couldn't even attempt it. But yeah, she could do a.
I've
Yeah,
got a
she's
friend.
lived in Australia for a while.
Do you know Fatboy Slim years ago? You know Fatboy Slim, the DJ,
Oh
right?
yeah, right.
Right. He did
Norman.
a video. It was like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, and he's the dancing. And, you know, Christopher Walken's doing the dancing in the video. My friend speaks exactly like Christopher Walken.
Oh really?
Right. Just one of my friends from the States, right? And we used to have long conversations. And I recorded one of them, and I've got it on one of my computers somewhere, right? And I'm gonna look it out. And I got him to say, you know, the quotes from the movie, and he was laughing. Now he's in his 70s, right? He's like ages with my dad and stuff, so he's in his 70s, and he's really funny guy. But he's like ex-military, of course, served all his life, pretty much all his life, and he supports his kids and stuff, you know, who are now serving. One of them is a medic, another one's serving, and his other kid is a computer programmer, like doing games and stuff. So yeah, it really, you know, biggest industry in the world, kind of, in a way. Biggest growing industry, certainly, and it was for a while. But so his kids are really intelligent, and you end up, you know, picking up little traits when you talk to people like that for a long time. So little linguistic traits. So it makes it easier to do accents when you're talking to people who are from America, who are from Australia, who are from, which I have done. I've got friends and family in America, family in Australia. Though I've not spoken to the ones in Australia, but some of the friends that I have are definitely over in Australia. People that I used to spend a lot of time with online, you know, having really long conversations about certain things. You know, to do with hunting and stuff. So there was.
You're kind of like subject of choice. Then you're kind of like mastermind.
That would. I
expertise.
can't reveal that to you.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but it doesn't involve a tub of Vaseline and hiding in my box bedroom like that filthy animal, though. Yeah, it doesn't. It's
I'm sure.
or whatever it is. Yeah. Hiding in my mum's box, but it's not that kind of horrible. No, nothing like that. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I've seen they really put the pressure on that fella, on the beast. So yeah, and it's really, I've seen a lot of those videos pop up on my feed, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible. They're really giving it to him, and he doesn't care. So they're just giving it to him more, and he is, yeah, he's going to go down, I think. Yeah. Oh, really? He does, because he's like your best pal. You see that in the chat? I mean, some of the people, they come out with some funny stuff, but you always have, you know. I mean, what's that about? Yeah.
What do you know this, Christopher?
Well, you never know. I mean, people, you never know. You never know. I mean, it could be. Some actors are, aren't they? Yeah. You know, I'm an actor. I do acting. Yeah. But everyone maybe goes through a period in their life, you know, when they're pressured into doing substance abuse, I suppose, which is obviously going to cause problems, you know, if you abuse that stuff. So, yeah. Oh, Matt. So that's what I'm going to ask you, because you've been really busy lately, and you've not been online doing so much stuff. Can you give us any more info? Like, I've not noticed, because I don't follow any of these Facebooks or any of these Twitters or that stuff. I do not follow any of that stuff. I just don't have enough hours in the day a lot of the time. It's only till late at night that I have time to actually talk to a lot of people. So, so on the social kind of side of it. So, what's been going on in your life? Has there been a change recently that's maybe helped in a way? How's it been socially?
I've just been plodding along, same as, really.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, just I mean, I have had I had 2 strikes, one after the other, didn't I? Which that curtailed me.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I had a strike on one channel which stopped me from 2 weeks, and then another one on another one. Yeah, so that didn't help. Having strikes on the channel.
Oh, there he is.
There he
You're
is.
coming on. You're coming on. We know. He
And
knows
of
we're
course,
talking
yeah,
to
and I've
him.
been spending more time with the girlfriend. I've been spending more weekends over there, so that's another reason why.
It's always a bonus when you've got someone to love.
Oh, it's just much
Yeah.
better, isn't it?
Mm.
Lovely lady as well. Justin's met her,
Yeah.
and
always a
Emily's
bonus.
met her as well.
I went through a period in my life where I had nobody to love me, and
Nice, yeah.
it was, and it
Yeah,
was,
I was there as well.
it was deliberate. I
Oh.
punished myself.
Oh,
I
God.
thought, no, if I can't have her, I won't have anyone. Well,
Oh, wow.
eventually I got her back, but yeah, it was me that was the issue, and I never realized it. I was being, with the way I was brought up and stuff, I was being really silly, and just a young person, So I did sort myself out in the end, thankfully.
Good.
I was being stubborn, thinking I was doing the right thing. When people tell you to, when you're listening to the guys at the building site say, yeah, oh, just do this and just do that, and you're like, oh, that's good advice, because you trust them, because you work with them, and you trust them with your life constantly. So when that goes on, you think, yeah, I'll try that. It doesn't. They're just winding you up. You don't realize it. They're lighting the toilet paper that go, when you go to the toilet, throwing it at you. You don't realize that they're actually trying. They're just being silly. But yeah, I can cry to whoever that is with the big ears. So yeah. Hello, Justin. It's nice to
see you. Nice.
See you about. No, nice to see you. To see you. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, you're good at accents. Don't start telling me that you can't do an American one. You're just like my girlfriend. Here's my one. Hello, everyone.
What?
I'm American.
A huge top rack and a voluptuous figure. Is that what you're saying?
I don't cry. I don't cry. Of course you do, Dusk.
I'm not in the mood to do accents today, but I'll definitely will do some for you. Just not right now. I'm just not enough. I need to be in a silly mood to do all that stuff.
I'm not going to push you to do anything. Don't worry.
I'm in a happy mood that I'm here talking to you, because we've not really spoke for a while.
Yeah, I know. We haven't. Definitely, yeah.
And obviously, there's a lot going on in the world, and I like to keep my finger on the pulse. I don't know if that sounds good. It sounds like I might be in hospital. Yeah, I keep my finger on the pulse at a hospital. Yeah, but yeah, to anyone suffering out there, I'm sorry. That's not a dig at you. It's just my silly joke. So,
why has Dusk Hades? Why have you got PTSD? SD. Oh, he's got sexual disease. Dusk Hades has got a sexual disease. Dusk Hades has got a part-time sexual disease. That's crazy.
Is that banter? Are you serious?
Yeah, that's banter.
Because I know a good doctor. If he ever gets, there's a doctor. Did you hear about him? He was giving everyone wire brushing Dettol. Yeah, you can clean it up yourself. Dettol. Yeah. No, you don't know that joke? Oh, I'm not going to tell it. So there you go. You can look that one up yourself. It's pretty painful.
Well, something to do.
Yeah. So yeah, the post-traumatic stress disorder. That's a big one. A lot of people are going through that, and a lot more people will go through that as well with everything that's going on. We are now getting a lot of that going on. But no, that's not a laughing subject, guys, because that's a very serious thing. Very, very serious thing. And when you've seen what people have seen, like we can look back at old footage, of the First World War, Second World War. But unless you've ever been there, you won't know how you're going to react.
Yeah.
And that is, so PTSD, if it's from the military, yeah, that's a serious thing. And even if it's not from the military, right, yeah, that's also a serious thing. So yeah, well, yeah, it's a bit of humor, okay, but with the part-time sexual disease, Yeah, I have it sometimes. What is that one that keeps recurring? There's one I seen a comedian talking about one because I do like to watch the comedy shows sometimes. And there's
A
a disease that
reoccurring SD.
it keeps coming back, and he's like, no, he's like, he's got his balls and cock out, and he's like, what is this, mate? What is this? Have a look at this, please, mate. Tell me what this is. What's this
Oh, yeah.
disease I've got? And he's like, no, it's nothing. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're fine. And the disease gets worse and worse. He's like, he pulls his balls out the next month, and he's like, oh, look at this disease I've got. Is this terrible? What is this, mate? What? Help me. He says, no, it's nothing. It'll be nothing. It's nothing. Yeah, eventually, and then he says to his pal, yeah, you've got it, eventually, you've got that disease, it's like one of these horrible, like syphilis or something, some horrible, yucky disease that, people get, but, for doing all the wrong things in all the wrong places, not remaining faithful, put it that way. So there's a lesson in that, folks, stay with the one you love.
Yes. Avoid SDs.
Yeah, especially I noticed there was a huge rise. I seen something somewhere recently. There was a huge rise. Forget the pun. There was a huge rise in sexually transmitted diseases amongst young people, and I do mean young people. We're talking young youths here. Like from the ages of 18 to 23 or whatever.
Well, I can
There's a
tell you
huge
what
rise
that
in
was.
chlamydia. I think was one of the ones that a lot of them were getting for a while. And they were secretly meeting up for these weird, strange parties. I was like, what? But it happened.
Pornography has destroyed our culture. It's so easily accessible.
Well, it's an American. Nothing against Americans. It's the Americanisms that people are buying into, that exciting, what they see as an exciting thing, rather than the norm, which is not that. They're being fed an emotional fantasy, aren't they? It's not real. It's not real. These are actors that act in these movies. I've got a friend who was a male actor in those movies from a long time ago, and he was a very well endowed individual who he had to be very careful. And he said at the end of it, he just could not wait to the release and just get over with it, get home, and there was nothing sexual in it apart from it was more acting and stuff, that was his. So all these people watching vast amounts of pornography, you're ruining something, like take 6 months off, give it a rest, you're gonna break it, mate, it's gonna fall off.
Oh, crazy.
So yeah, my friend's dog. I was over and seeing my dad, and I've got a friend I've known who used to see him when we were both young. So I've known him a long time. So he's like an old time friend, and he's got a dog, and the dog was licking itself continually, profusely, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he got the dog treated at the vet eventually, but he got the snip. But for a long time, the dog was licking itself for a very long time. And he says, yeah, he was doing it so much, he was bleeding. I was like, no!
Oh, no.
That poor dog.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't checking his dog saying, look, stop doing that, mate, And I was like, that poor dog. I said, you've got to look after your animal, mate. You can't let him do that. And of course, he's away up the field to the horses because he's got a couple of horses in the field, right? And his dog's running away, and it's running through the field. It's coming back, and there's blood dripping from its genitalia.
Terrible.
So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you can't let he's walking down the road, and the dog's coming to my dad's for a bourbon biscuit because he loved bourbon biscuits. My dad would always give it half a bourbon, So it was sitting there howling at the gate, running ahead of my friend. So anyway, that's that story over with. But yeah, look after your dog as well. It's not just about you. Your dog could get something, because there is such a thing as dog AIDS as well, and dogs can transmit it between each other. So yeah, I mean, a bit of random subject tonight, but yeah, safe sex, folks. Safe sex.
Definitely.
I mean, and even if you don't trust your partner, don't. Some people don't trust a partner, do they? So yeah, use
Sex
safe. Yeah.
in a loving relationship. That's my advice to everyone.
Well, that's the way around it, but it's no guarantee, is it? We've heard the horror stories before. So yeah, it's am I expert on it? No, I'm not an expert on it. No, I wish I was an expert on it. I mean, some people are experts on it. They get paid to talk about it, but I certainly am not. I'm a more kind of reserved kind of. It's not something I would normally openly talk about.
I'm quite open-minded when it comes to sex.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm quite. Yeah, it's sex. That's it. I wouldn't go on about like all the different things that are involved with it, like some people do. But certainly, for safe, like back in the day when you were taught and you seen those adverts on the television, and it was like, AIDS, HIV, and all that kind of thing. I mean, sorry if I trigger anyone, but it is upsetting for us as well, not just someone who has that or suffers from it. It's sad for people to see so many people that they liked, loved, friends, or that die of things like that. Family or not, friend or not, it's pretty sad. So yeah, and that's why people should use, because it's a selfish love, guys. When you're doing things you shouldn't be doing, it's a selfish love. So yeah. You're being selfish, if you're not protecting yourself and not getting regular checkups, I know it's not always possible, but you can always still go and get regular checkups.
Yeah, but why do you need regular checkups if you're in a committed relationship? That's what I say.
For a lady, I'm not going to speak for a lady. I'm going to say that things can go wrong as you get older, and even when you're younger. And for a man, it's good to check up that all your bits are working correctly.
Yes, good advice.
Get a doctor to actually.
Yeah.
As soon as you turn about 50 or something, doctors become, I wouldn't say fascinated, but they want to check that your donut is.
Okay.
That your donut is working right, whatever that is, right? Because sometimes it inflates and it becomes more of a bagel, so you want to make sure that that's working correctly, because just as with dogs that are not spayed, or people can also develop issues as well and get cancers and things like that if they're not careful. So regular checkups is if you can get them, depending on where you're listening from, it's always worth it, just for your own peace of mind. If you're a promiscuous individual. If you're not a promiscuous individual, which a lot of people are not a promiscuous individual, which I get, right? But those that are definitely, they're pushing something to other people, so for their own selfishness, and maybe their own, means to an end. I don't know. But I mean, I'm certainly not. I've never been that kind of a person. I've actually never ever had a sexual disease in my life.
Yeah, nor have I.
So I think that's fairly safe to assume that I've been safe all my life.
Yeah, so have I, and I've been faithful all my life.
Yeah, and faithful, yeah. But well, I say that there was one time I was tempted.
I may fantasize about having a harem, but
I'm
just a dreamer, everyone. I'm just a dreamer.
I was steaming drunk one night. I might have a child somewhere that I don't know about. No, I'm just making it up. Just making it up. Just making it all up. Yeah. It'll be on tomorrow's news. Yeah. Do you know that Brian guy? He's got children somewhere.
Yeah. Well, no, he will actually be your son or daughter claiming.
The bastard son,
yeah,
of that Scottish guy. Yes, he is. He's got them up there in the north, and yes, the lawyers are after him. Yes, have they? Yeah.
Good accent. I don't know what region you're from. Oh, have you been watching a completely different subject? Have you been watching a bit of Great Expectations?
No, thank you.
They're full of lovely London accents.
I get, oh, do you want me to do that? No, I don't want to do that. It's like, you know when people say, oh, do the Mad Scotsman. What is the Mad Scotsman thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really in the mood to do accents, but I'll definitely do them for you, just for the fun.
Well,
heck
no,
of it.
I
Yeah,
watched I watched a theatre show over the weekend, the Life After Musical High, and there was a bunch of like middle-aged English people doing American accents, so that's why it's on my mind.
Oh right, okay. So it's yeah, well, go and watch that then, Matt. Don't come here and put it all on me like that, right? I don't appreciate that,
the
Matt.
American accent, man. Remember, I had CM live with me for about 2 months, and so I can always do an American accent, man. Anyway, that's the best I can do. I don't think I can do Australian. G'day, mate. Hello, g'day, mate.
You do Canadian accents?
Canadian.
You can't do that, no? Oh well.
But I do know Canadians, they get upset if you call a Canadian an American or an American a Canadian.
No, they don't.
The one I met did.
I've spoken to thousands of both. See, it goes back to what you say, Matt. It goes back to what you say. That's something that people are taught, just like offence must be taken, or you know, kind of thing. Not everyone's ready to sort of jump down your throat, even though I just did there some bit of a hypocrite. Sorry, Matt. I'm naughty. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologise. You've got nothing to be
sorry
for.
Matt. Oh no, Matt. No, Matt. I'm bad. Oh,
Don't. Just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself.
How will I ever survive the wilds of Scotland?
Just one day at a time.
All right, okay. Just one bit of lucky heather at a time. Oh, aye.
Yes.
So anyway, but I'm going to get off, right? Unless you got
Thanks
a question
ever so
to ask me,
much.
'cause I know you got lots of good questions, interesting questions that will fill the warm cockles of the hearts of the listeners. And
well, thanks, Brian, for coming on.
well, you know what? I come on because I'm an idiot.
No one else does.
Okay? Get over it.
Not an idiot.
Yeah, get over it, folks.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly not an idiot. That's for sure. So let's have enough of that language.
Well, I'm an educated idiot. Okay. Let's go for it. Yeah, I'm an educated idiot. Okay. Guy's a joke. The guy, that Brian is a joke. All right.
What are you on about?
If anyone asks,
don't believe a word Brian's saying.
He's a joke. That guy.
Don't believe a word Brian's saying.
Stuff that Brian guy. These people. These people. Do you want to hear a joke, Matt?
You're always the best one for jokes, Brian. Remember those days with those lives where you were churning the jokes out all the time?
Thousands of them, yeah. There's lots.
There's still somewhere out there on Facebook, I think, somewhere.
All right, okay. So Europe, yeah, you know that country, Europe, that country, yeah. Said the ignorant American, right? Do you know that country, Europe?
Oh yeah.
What's the best thing about Switzerland?
Apart from the watches.
No.
What is the best thing about Switzerland?
Swatch what you're saying. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag's a big plus. Right, right. You see how I invented a new word, plagiarism. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
See, that's how you do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, they don't have to be good jokes. It's the fact if you keep them coming, it's not that people will laugh. It's just that it's better than being horrible to people, isn't it?
Of course.
It so much so
joke.
it becomes so much so it becomes boring, and you're like, yeah, it's all right. But what are you going to do? Go and tell people that they've got the wrong hair on their head or something all of a sudden? You know, or would you rather tell them a joke?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, terrible jokes.
Yeah, be decent to folks.
Stop the criticism.
Yeah.
Hey, cheeky monkey, don't worry about it, cheeky monkeys. Let's just be nice to everyone from now on. It doesn't matter what the mouse is doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what anyone's doing.
You know, people say to an actor, break a leg, right? You know, when they say that, break a leg. Yeah. They do that, right?
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Why do they do that?
I don't know because it's actually
Because every play has a cast.
yeah. There you go.
See,
Oh right.
there you go. There you go.
I
See,
love it. Yeah.
you
It's
never
meant in a
seen
nice
that
way.
coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
you never saw that coming, did you?
No.
Neither did the
Every
actor.
player has a cast. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very funny.
Well, it's your turn. Come on.
All my channels get strikes. You know.
All right. Okay. Yesterday, I saw a guy spell his Scrabble letters on the road. I asked him, "What's the word on the street?" So I mean, crap jokes.
Very funny.
The worse they are, the better they are. You know. Like,
That's a good one.
Rubbish jokes. Knock knock.
Knock. Who's there?
Control freak.
Control freak. Who?
Okay, now you can say who control freak who is. Right, okay.
Control freak. Who?
Right.
It's too late. It's too late for me.
You hear about the new restaurant called Karma?
No.
No, they didn't. No, there's no menu. You get what you deserve. Right.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. We try to keep them coming. No, they're terrible jokes. They're awful. That's what's so good about them. They're like the worst jokes ever.
Very good. Look, I'm going to say goodnight because we're going to wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Matt, you are. The control freak. Yeah, you better say goodnight, Matt. You better.
I better. Why can't you say goodnight to everyone for me?
Good night, everyone, for him. You're all going to have a lovely evening. Hope you're going to sleep well. And remember me, I'll be thinking of you in my wee button bed in the Highlands. Right?
In the Highlands.
Nanny McPhee. Right.
She was a lovely one.
Oh yeah, we would love a bit of Robin Williams, right? We loved a bit of
Yeah.
him. Yeah, I know what he loved, but you know that's never. See, that's the. People always see the worst in people. I'm guilty of that sometimes too. But
Yeah, I
what
saw
a funny guy though. Eh? I mean, he changed comedy, didn't he? He changed a lot of things about comedy.
Yeah, definitely.
What a fantastic gentleman.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. You cannot change. Like, you don't get people like that all the time.
No.
And see if you try to do that on a live without the facial stuff, it just doesn't work. You know.
Yeah, of course it doesn't. Yeah, I see.
In fact, it's a complete failure. And if anyone asks, they probably tried it, you know, and failed. You know, they probably sat in front of the mirror with their hairbrush, you know, if they've got hair, you know. Their hair's falling out trying, you know. So yeah, pick up the baldies, you know. So if you're bald, good on you.
Pick up the baldies.
Good on you for being bald, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything else other than being bald. If you like, a lot of people say people who are bald are this and that, but I figured out what it is. I figured it all out. They have more testosterone than people without. Yeah. And then people say, "Oh no, that's not true because I'm selling this product," but that's actually what it is. They have higher testosterone, which makes your hair fall out genetically.
Wow, yeah. I never knew that.
People will argue till they're blue in the face about that.
Of course they will.
My friend solves people's health issues.
Okay.
And there was something called Crohn's disease. And he figured out the atopic syndrome. And he figured out how to cure that issue. And he gave his information to 200 doctors all around the world, at least, like the big doctors. And they looked at all. None of them wanted to touch it.
Well, okay.
Because, and this is a sad thing, this is what people have to realize, is because it was a cure for something they were all getting money for. And that's the sad part.
Right, okay.
Some people were so desperate, even people who had it, to be ill. I mean, you're talking about someone with a, if you, I don't want to be too graphic, but it's a horrible thing for anyone because it's a constant pain, So, but that's the kind of world we're living in, and those Americanisms, they're taking away the humanity, and people are trying to push those Americanisms on us all. And it's nothing to do with America, it's just to do with the big push for big business. And it's ruining people's lives. And that's something that I am passionate about. But personally, I don't go out and tell everyone about it. But everyone kind of knows about it now, right? So it's kind of old news in a way, but it's good to mention it again, that even though big, I don't want to say the word, big companies want to have you addicted to their things, their products, don't they? Yeah. So addiction might seem normal to everyone, but it's actually not. There's a lot of people, for instance, who are say diabetic that don't actually have to be. There is a healthy way to eat your way out of that, so you're using less insulin. For a lot of not every diabetic, but for a lot of diabetics, you can get your way. There's a healthy way to use your diet to better your body, to get away from diabetes and the pain that is, which means you're not chained to having maybe to take tablets, or even worse, having to inject something in your stomach every so often, which must be a pain, because I've spoken to a couple of diabetics, even the ones when I was younger, they hated being the stomach injection. They could not stand it.
I bet.
Because it was painful, and as a child to go through all that, because you don't want to mark all your arms and your, every other part of your body that people see. So they would do it in places that they could not see so much, like where you had them with top on. And after a while, you get all these little scars, So it was, and they become self-conscious, so it creates other issues, So yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't have to be a diabetic. There's a lot of stuff out there that you could go and look into to do with your your diet and how you eat stuff, because diabetes is hell on earth. You could lose legs, limbs, and everything from it. And
really, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. People are the mess some people get into.
Oh gosh.
I would ask anyone who is diabetes, diabetic, sorry, to look into that, just helping themselves with the diet, even so that even not, it won't work for everyone, because some people actually cannot produce insulin whatsoever. And if you eat a lot of sugar, sugar is not the body's preferred energy. Glucose is.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember after the Second World War, Matt, when they gave the prisoners of war in those concentration camps, when they gave them glucose, they reacted much better. But when they fed them, they died. And they tried them with sugar, and people were dropping dead, literally, because they hadn't had anything to eat for ages. But they reacted very well with glucose. That's what the doctors found it very quickly. So they could help build them, give them energy to actually do things.
Glucose first, then feed them.
Yeah, lots of glucose. Yeah, to help reactivate the body's system, because you're a biomechanical machine, you see. And it's making those small changes bit at a time that can help diabetes, just like with the glucose. So yeah, there's amazing things where I just noticed something where people can have a chip on the brain, people who are completely paralyzed, and they can have a chip in the brain, so they can actually speak to their family, which is quite incredible. That's a new thing that's come out recently. There's a guy working on it for 20 odd years, and they've worked out how to do it, so the first people are getting that now, which is amazing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Incredible piece of news. That it means there's hope for people who are maybe in the future are actually hit by a bus and are unable to move, paraplegics, that sort of thing. People are unable to speak. It means what they're working on now is a connection from the brain to the nerve system. Because if you lose that, for a lot of people, you can become a paraplegic quite easy.
Oh God.
So yeah, yeah, I mean that's what a lot of people want to invest their time into. If they can work out how to do that properly, we've cracked it.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Well,
if we
and,
can
and
do that,
we actually are owed a major advancement in medicine, aren't we? So that'll be good.
if we can do that, Matt, as a species, this means that we can also, right? And here's the most interesting part. Yeah, it is. It also means that we can put our brains right and live forever.
Right. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's the possibilities with that.
Yeah.
That we could live for a lot longer if we can do that. Because of the way we're severed when our nerves are severed. We might not sever every nerve, and that's the only reason we're alive, but there's lots of different nerves. And if you look into that, you'll see what I'm talking about, if anyone wants to look into that. It's a really interesting subject, though we don't know everything about it. But if a lot of people research that, it would mean that potentially all those people who had those fatal accidents could be repaired. They could have some sort of quality of life again, which is pretty amazing. And that's the latest medical tech. That's what they would like to work on. That's what they're not doing enough for. Do I have to see the machines that will help people who've never walked for 20 years again? Paraplegics and stuff. Actually, it'll help them walk. It's very heavy equipment. It will give them the ability to walk downstairs and stuff. And get into a vehicle. From work and stuff. So they have a quality of life again, which is pretty incredible. But of course, it's from these top colleges and universities that people are actually a lot of this stuff's coming from, like robotics and stuff. It's all coming from that, So a lot of those ideas, because these people have relatives and stuff that this has happened to, or people they know, people they've worked with, people they've grew up with, So they try to use these things to fix the problems, which is a far more caring way to go around the world than talking rubbish about someone. That's for sure. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, people can go research. It doesn't all have to be doom and gloom, and you might be able to make a difference. You never know.
You
Until
definitely
even look
can
at
make
it.
a difference.
Yeah. Well, not everyone has the advanced knowledge. People think, like, if I looked at that, I might think, well, if we could just stitch that together and the body will heal itself. Well, no, it doesn't work like that. You might think that works, but it doesn't. It doesn't work like that. Some people have thought, you could take a small chip and put one nerve in there, one nerve in the other bit. But that person has to move around. The nerve will jump out the chip. I've seen all sorts of crazy ideas. Well, what if we just connect that there? Well, what are you going to connect it in? Because you're going to damage that. So, let's use some kind of glue, some natural glue, so the body doesn't react to it and flames the area, and snaps one of the other nerves in the process. There's a whole different science to it. So it's not that people shouldn't look into it. It's just that there's a lot in there that people don't know about. Because it's very difficult to test on real subjects. Because there are not a lot of subjects who have certain conditions, and a lot of people who are like that, they don't want to take the risk, because if that goes, they're essentially dead. So yeah, that's a piece of research that I'd love for us to be able to actually fix properly. How to connect all the connective tissues.
Fascinating.
Through the nerve system from the brain to the body. If we could connect all that up together, life would be great for a lot of people. That's one of my things that I've thought about so often in my life.
It's interesting. That's something you've thought about. Why have you been thinking about it so much in your life then?
Well, it's because I've known people who've been in. I know one person like really close to me, but I've known people in my life that have been in situations like that, and I think it'd be great if we could look into it. And the doctors just told them generic stuff, that hasn't worked, and yet you see these people doing these little experiments on individuals. And all we're talking about here is a little nick. Someone looking into the nerves and see where the nerves are, and try and join them up. But a doctor won't touch it. They're not covered for it.
Yeah.
You know, and some doctors say no, it's never worked before. In the medical books, they literally go by the book, not by what could happen if we try this or we try that, or if we take a nerve from a rat that's just died, you know, and put that in there, or a you know a dead animal, for instance. If we take the nerves from there and substitute that, you know, something like us, you know. So, I mean, ethically, it's maybe not perfect, but it's worth a try if it's the last go we can have to try and save someone. You know, so they have quality of life from a dead animal. You know, it's definitely going to definitely improve a lot of lives. And I suppose they have tried that. You know, I mean, because you know, there's weirdos out there that will experiment to just about anything. That I'm not saying there is, but there has to be. You know, so. Yeah, Matt, I'll catch you later, and I'll leave you with that happy thought, you know. Yeah.
Well, look, it's coming up to
Okay.
1 o'clock, Brian, so we're going to say goodnight anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, fascinating subject, though. So,
Why are you not in your bed, Matt? And
well,
all you watchers, go to bed. Just here. Yeah. They were like, yeah. So yeah, go to your bed. Don't sit here watching Matt Taylor and me. Like,
come on, let's all go to bed. But look, something
Yeah.
Dusk is interested in as well. Look, and Dusk, you said a message about, look, I've paid. What have I done wrong? Look, I was getting gaslit, Dusk, and I've paid my sentence, right? So I don't know what kind of apology I owe you, but it's something we'll discuss another time, okay? But until the next time, yeah.
Can I just say something, Duskheads? I don't know you. You're boring. Go away. You're not a bad person. I'm just saying you're boring. You're boring the life out of me. Over your silly questions. We're talking about serious stuff here. Get in on it.
Yes.
As opposed to.
But Dusk is interested in the neuron link, so that's something.
The neural link. It sounds like it's something that's standing at a bus stop. I'm just waiting for the neural link. Yeah.
Look, it's 101. We've got to say goodnight. But are you going to say goodnight to everyone?
No, I'm not saying goodnight. You say goodnight to yourselves. Okay. You're all mad. Leave me alone.
Thanks for coming on, Brian. It's brilliant.
Right. Love you
as
all.
Always.
Bye, sweetie darling. Sweetie darling. Goodbye. Goodbye.
You, Brian. Bye-bye. Right. That's lovely, wasn't it? So that was nice to have Brian. Oh, look. It's 101, everyone. Let's call it a night. Love you. Love you all. Love you. Love you all. There's a minute outro. It's 101. It's 25th of the 4th, 2023. Goodbye, everyone, and sweet dreams. I'm your host, Matt Taylor. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone who came on and said hi.